Last class we have seen Smith-Helmholtz equation and Abbe's sign rule or Abbe's sign condition. So in Smith-Helmholtz equation, the final equation that we got was N1H1 tan theta 1 is equals to N2H2 tan theta 2. Here N1 is the refractive index of first medium, H1 is the height of the object, N2 is the refractive index of the second medium, and H2 is the refractive H2 is the height of the image that is formed after the refraction of light from the spherical refracting surface. So in Lagrange's rule, we saw that the rays which were incident and the rays which got refracted, they were parallaxial to the principal axis. So here the tan theta can be written as just theta. So in Lagrange's rule, the formula will come as N1H1 theta 1 is equals to N2H2 theta 2. So that is the Lagrange's law. And after Lagrange's law, we saw Abbe's sign rule. So wherein which was very much similar to the Smith-Helmholtz equation, but in Abbe's condition we got N1H1 sin theta 1 is equals to N2H2 sin theta 2. So here the tan theta 1 in Smith-Helmholtz equation got replaced with the sin theta 1 and tan theta 2 got replaced with the sin theta 2. So this is the Abbe's sign condition. So in this class, let us understand few problems based on the topics which we have discussed in the earlier classes as well as the last class. The first question here says, a ray of light is incident on the surface of glass slab at an angle of 45 degree. So this is 40 degree. So this is not 45 degree. So it is incident on the glass slab at an angle 40 degree. If the refractive index of the glass is 1.5, then calculate the angle of refraction. So now from the problem, if you see, so there is a light which is getting incident on the glass slab. So you don't know whether or what is the medium 1. So when you don't know what is medium 1, then it will be always the air medium. So here a light is traveling in air medium and that gets incident on the glass slab. So let me draw the diagram. So let's suppose if this is the glass slab, this is the normal. Now here AB forms the interface. So this interface divides the two medium, that is medium 1 and medium 2. So this will be the medium 2 and this will be the medium 1. So the refractive index of the medium 1 will be N1 and the refractive index of the medium 2 will be N2. So this is the basic diagram. So what is happening here? A ray of light is incident on the surface of a glass slab at an angle of 40 degree. So now if you take half of this, so this, then what you will get? You get 45 degrees. So our incident ray is less than 45 degree, that is 40 degree. So let's suppose this forms an angle 40 degree. Let this be P. Now what will happen? So the PO here is the incident ray. This ray PO will get refracted in the medium 2. So when it moves from medium 1 to medium 2, the light ray will gets refracted. So what will happen, since the medium 1 is a rarer medium compared to the medium 2, the light ray will get refracted towards the normal and away from the surface. This I have discussed in the earlier classes. So this OQ is the refracted ray, PO is incident ray, which is incident at an angle I, and OQ is refracted ray. Hope this diagram is clear to you. So now what he is asking is calculate the angle of refraction. So he has given the angle of incidence and he has given the refractive index of the second medium. So angle of incidence I is equals to 40 degree and N2 is what? 1.5, and if N1 is air medium, then its refractive index will be 1. Now he is asking what is the refractive index of the second. No, he is asking the angle of refraction. He is not asking the refractive index, but he is asking the angle of refraction. So according to Snell's law, the ratio of sin I by sin R will give you Ng by Na. So this is from Snell's law. So here we know the Na. Na is how much? Na is 1. So just let us call as Na and Ng. So sine of 40 degree divided by sine R is equals to Ng is 1.5 divided by 1. So now from this equation let us try to find what is R. So sine R is equals to 1.5 divided by sine of 40 degree. So now if you take sine inverse of 1.5 divided by sine of 40 degree, then what you will get is, you will get the angle of refraction. So from this, if I substitute, so sine inverse 1.5, so sine of 40 degree will be how much? It will be 0.6428. So this is sine of 40 degree. So from this, sine inverse of this ratio will be 25 degree 22 second. So angle of refraction, we found it. So R is somewhere around 25 degrees. So how did we do this? We first try to understand the diagram for the problem which is given above. So here, before solving the problem, we have drawn the ray diagram, so wherein we understood how and where the light ray is passing. So from medium 1 to medium 2, the light ray is moving. So here medium 1 is rarer medium and medium 2 is denser medium. So from this diagram we'll understand what is the angle of incidence and what is the angle of refraction. Since he has given the refractive index of second medium and he has also given the angle of incidence, so now we have to find angle of refraction. So there is an equation which relates all these four quantities. So sin I by sin R can be written as Nag. So from this equation we can find the angle of refraction for this problem. So let us move to the second problem. So a ray of light travels from water to glass media. So here it is traveling from where to where? Water to glass. Here it is clearly mentioned the two different medias. So the first media is water and the second is glass. So at the interface, the angle of incidence is 45 degree. So the incident ray will be 45 degree to the normal ray. Now he is asking what is the angle of refraction in glass. So this equation is again similar to the last problem that we have solved. So again let us try to understand the ray diagram. Here the ray of light is traveling from water medium to air medium. Let's suppose this is water medium and this is glass medium. So here it is traveling from water to glass, not water to air. So now let this be the interface AB and NON prime be the normal drawn to the surface or to the interface. So let this medium be N1 and this B. So let us denote this as NW because here he has given NW value and NG value, and this will be NG. So here the angle of incidence is 45 degree. PO or I is 45 degree to the normal. Now it is moving from water medium to glass medium, and the refractive index for the water is given here and the refractive index of glass is given here. So now if you clearly observe these two refractive indexes or indices, then you will understand the water medium has got less refractive index compared to the glass medium. So now again the ray of light is traveling from rarer medium to denser medium. Clear? So again the light ray will bend towards the normal and away from the surface. So this forms the angle of refraction R and POQ. So OQ is the refracted ray, PO is the incident ray. Here angle of incidence is 45 degree to the normal that is drawn to the interface. Now again from Snell's law, the sin I by sin R can be written as Ng by Nw. So Ng by Nw is sin I by sin R. So what we need sin R. Sin R will be equals to sin I divided by Ng multiplied with Nw. So sin R is equals to what is the incident angle? It is 45 degree. So sin of 45 degree divided by Ng is given here, which is 1.5, and Nw is again the given quantity, that is 1.33. So sin R is equals to, so sin 45 degree will be what? 1 by root 2, that is 0.7071 divided by 1.5 into 1.33. Now what you need R. R will be sine inverse of this quantity. So 0.7071 multiplied by 1.33 divided by 1.5. So if you do this calculation, you will end up getting R in the range of somewhere around 38 degree So this is the answer that we got for the second question. So second question here says a light is traveling from water medium to glass medium. So if it travels from this medium to this medium, he is asking what can be the angle of refraction. So when it travels from water to R, then the refractive index of the medium will change. So if refractive index of the medium changes, then what can be the refraction angle? Hope this ray diagram is clear to you all. So here PO is incident ray and OQ is refracted ray. So the third question here is a convex surface of radius of curvature 30 cm separates two media of refractive indices 4/3 and 1.5. An object is kept at a distance of 20 cm from the surface in the medium. Calculate the position of image. So let us write what are the data that is given in the question. So the convex surface of radius of curvature. So R here is 30 cm and this separates two media of refractive indices. N1 is 4/3. N2 is 1.5. So this is the data which is given in the question. An object is kept at a distance of 20 cm from the surface. So U is 20 cm. Now what he is asking, calculate the position of the image. That means V is unknown to us. So from this data, if you see clearly, then he is speaking about the refractive surfaces. So in the law of refraction at the surface refracting surfaces, we saw an equation that is N2 by V minus N1 by U is equals to N2 minus N1 by R. So if you use this equation, then you will get the V. Before that, let us convert this 30 cm to meter such that all the units will be SI. So 30 cm will be equals to 0.3 meter and 20 cm will be equals to 0.2 meter. So now let us substitute all this data in the equation. So N2 here is what? N2 is 1.5. V is unknown to us. Minus N1 is what? 4/3. U is, so here you need to take as a negative because it is measured in a direction opposite to the incident ray. So here U is equals to minus 0.2 meter and N2 again is 1.5 minus 1.33 divided by the radius of curvature, that is 0.3 meters. So now here minus will get multiplied and this becomes plus 1.5 plus 4/3. 0.2 is equals to 1.5 minus 1.33 divided by 0.3 meters. So what you need the position of image. So now let us solve this. 1.5 divided by V. So 4/3. So 0.2, the fraction 4.2 will be what? 1/5. So 1/5. So that is 4/3 into 5/1. 4 5s 20/3. So 3 1s, 3 5s 15, 3 6 18. 2 remained. Again 26. Again it will be what? 6. So let us put as 5. or let us round up this. Now there is one more, it is 1.5 minus 1.33. So if you minus 1.3 from 1.5, it will be 0.2, and from 0.2 if you remove 0.03, then it will be 1.7. Clear? So this 1.7 is divided by 0.3, so this decimal will get cancelled. So this is 17 by 3. So 3 ones, 3 5s 15. What left is 2. 3 5s 15, 3 6 18. So again 2 left, 3 6 18. So if you round up, you will get 5 point or 0 point, since we had decimal here, so it will be 0.57. So this we got as 0.57. So 1.5 by V is equals to 0.57 minus this we got as 6.65. So 1.5 V is equals to minus 6.08, and if you need V, then it will be, so 1.5 divided by 6.08. So if you calculate the value for this, then you will get minus 0.246 meter. So this is the position of image when the position of object was 0.2 meter. So if you have the image at 0.2 meter, then you will get this is the object distance. So if you have object at 0.2 meter, then image distance will be somewhere around minus 0.246 meters. So here they have given the refractive indexes for two different mediums. So for first it is 4/3, and for second it is 1.5. So from this data we understood that we have to use this equation. So this equation here, we have derived this equation in the earlier classes. So if you don't know this equation, then go back to the previous lectures, watch the derivation for this equation, and then try to solve as many problems as possible on this equation. So by substituting all the values that are given in the question to this equation, we got V is equals to 0.246 meters. And there is one more question that is given in the textbook. So that question is again similar to the question that we have solved here. So in this question we have used convex surface, but the question which is given in the textbook has used the concave spherical surface. So I want you to go through that question and try to solve the problem. So that is again very much similar to the problem which we have solved here. So you can use the same equation and try to convert all the units which are in centimeter to meters, such that you will have all the units in SI. Then if you try for that question, then you will get the position of image again in a negative value. So try doing that question. So that is pretty much similar to the question that we have solved here. So that's it for this class. Let us meet in the next class.